Hi, it's Deb, and I was just speaking with, well, actually a few different people over the last few days, but I was just speaking with a friend last night, and she wouldn't necessarily identify as being in recovery or healing from addictions or distraction patterns, but I saw how she was using resentment to feel a personal sense of power and using resentment to give her the confidence to be able to speak her mind. And I just thought of my own experience, and I thought of the hundreds of people who I've worked with and how resentment is, I don't care if you identify as being in recovery or not in recovery, resentment truly is the number one offender. And you know, the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it talks about, I mean, we go into resentment quite a lot, and I just want to read something here because it says resentment is the number one offender. It destroys, here it says alcoholics, I'm going to say people. It just destroys more spirits than anything else. From it stem all forms of spiritual dis-ease, separation from ease, separation from health. For we've not only been mentally and physically ill, but we've been spiritually sick. And then here's my favorite line of all time. When the spiritual malady is overcome, we straighten out mentally and physically. And that has been my experience. You know, I have tried to heal from the outside in. I've tried to heal by getting my physical body in shape. I've tried to heal by going to therapy and getting my mind in shape. I've tried to heal by going to personal development workshops and buying self-help books, and in my experience, recovery and becoming separated from the behaviors and patterns that have been blocking me, it's not self-help, it's spiritual. It's a spiritual process, and there is no quicker way to get yanked out of the realm of the spirit, the realm of feeling connected to source, than to be in resentment. And I really see, and resentment can, like, it's a whole span of emotions, everything from, like, being disappointed or irked, or kind of, someone kind of feeling like they've gotten in your way, to like full-on rage. It really spans the whole gamut, and as soon as I'm caught in that, it's really a trap that just that completely pulls me out of any kind of spiritual alignment. And the irony is that oftentimes when I'm in resentment, I've got a very holier than thou attitude, and so I'm like, well, I would never do this, and this person's doing this, and I feel very entitled or very victimized with a lot of blame, and I'm really focused on what that other person is doing and how that other person just doesn't get it, and that other person's not on the path, and I push everything onto that other person. And if that worked, great. But in my experience, that doesn't work. In fact, that just actually brings on more feelings of discomfort and pain and anger and guilt and, irritability and discontentment. And when I feel those feelings, it makes me want to act out more. And so it's not the solution for me to just stop there. And yet I've lived most of my life just stopping there. Just blaming this, and this person is the cause of this, and if I can just remove myself from this person, then I'll be okay. And then I go on living my life, and then, and then it happens with somebody else over here. And so if you're someone who is in that pattern of using resentment to feel a sense of power in a situation where you would otherwise feel powerless, or if you use resentment to give you a sense of confidence so that you can speak your truth, I just want to invite you to consider that there's a different way. And one of the things that I love doing is taking people through this resentment inventory process, because there's so much freedom on the other end of it. But that is something that happens kind of well into the recovery work. It's not the first thing that a person starts with, but I do just want to bring this up because it's something that I see happening with folks all over the place. And I just want to point out that it actually is really, really getting in the way of whatever spiritual or evolutionary or transformative path that you're committed to. So thank you so much for taking this time out and sharing it with me, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Bye for now.